Hi, everyone. I didn't realize we were already live. Happy Cyber Monday and happy December 1st. Honestly, can you all believe that it's already December? I don't know about you guys, but I have spent the weekend shopping, going through some stuff, and we're going to celebrate the deals. We're continuing the deals here at Makers Gonna Learn. Say hi in the chats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are continuing the deals. And y'all, if you did not already grab your supply box with our Black Friday deal, today is the very, very, very last day to grab that. And we're going to start out the show with a special guest. We will bring her on here in a minute, and she is going to open the supply box herself. Miss Ashley Falco is going to be joining us, and she's going to open the supply box. And she is going to give you all her honest first impressions. And y'all, if you know Ashley, you know how brutally honest she can be. And she is going to tell us what she thinks about the box. So let's go ahead and bring Ashley on.
Hello!
How are you this morning? Or I guess it's not morning. It's morning for everyone else. It's officially noon for us.
Yeah. I'm doing really good. I'm a little tired, but we're doing really good here.
I mean, are you still like coming off of that high of winning that craft challenge on Friday?
To be honest with you, someone had put on the chat, like, what does she win? And I was half tempted to make my own trophy.
I mean, if you want me to, I will make you a trophy and we will send it to you. But like, I'll just tell you, Ashley, my very first year doing the craft challenge, I was also against Courtney and I lost.
Oh.
So if I were you, I would be riding the high of beating Courtney.
No, for sure. I already am. And I actually, like, I was telling my husband, I was like, I don't know if I actually won because my craft was good, or like right before the voting process happened, I did say, come on, y'all, I've been wanting to do this for 3 years. Vote for me. Let me win. I don't know if that's what actually made me win, or was it actually my craft?
Well, I will be real honest. Listen, when you were doing your craft, number one, I don't know, when you first started chiseling away, I was like, I don't know what she's doing here. I'm not sure. And then when you put the Snow Tech on the front, I know it was on the back, and then you put it on the front. At that point, also did not see your vision. But then when you added the trees and that bow on top, it pulled everything together and it made it make sense with the foreground, the middle ground, the background, all of that. And that's I'm so glad you did that, because when I picked up those trees, like I said, Friday, I had just done a craft with Asher and I had cut those trees in half and like made a 3D like looking tree. I was really hoping someone was going to do that. So I'm glad that you did.
Well, thanks. I also have to tell you, on Friday, remember when I chiseled, I said, don't tell the husband.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, well, when I was putting back the supplies, the chisel that I got out of the garage, he was standing there when he was packing the cardstock orders, and he said, what in the world did you use the chisel for? And I was like, well, you remember that block that you really liked? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I chiseled it. And he was like, I got in so much trouble.
I mean, but honestly, it was worth it, right?
1000%. I had all of my fingertips. I did not get cut or anything like that. So we're good to go. No shame. I'm good.
Perfect. Well, for those that are here, Ashley is going to open up her supply box that we sent her, and she is going to give us her first impressions. Like I said, Ashley is one of the most honest people that I know. And she is going to give us her honest thoughts about this box. So
yes, I'm actually so excited about this because Tanner has been talking about this. I've had it since, when did I get this? Thursday? No, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Thursday was Thanksgiving. I've had it, and I called him and I said, can I open it? And he was like, no, you have to wait. So I've been done. I also want you to know that we know how much the cost of boxes got printed, like how much these cost. They're expensive.
Yeah, those boxes can be expensive.
I want to be you when I grow up, and one day maybe the cardstock shop will have these type of really cool boxes. one day.
Well, while she's opening that, let's talk about, because I did just see a comment, let's quickly talk about Ashley is also running her $5 cardstock sale right now. And this is the last time, and today is the last day that you are going to be able to get your hands on $5 cardstock packs, just so you know.
That's it. Once it's over, it's over. So today, at the very end of the day, oh, I love it. It says happy crafting.
Do you not love that? We got it printed on the outside and the inside.
I love it. So the opening of this is like, it's an experience already.
Yes.
Like you're already getting an experience. All right. So we have some brushes.
Listen. The paint brushes, I think these are our favorite paint brushes. I don't know what kind of paint brushes you normally use, but those square tip paint brushes for crafting, in my opinion, are the GOAT. I love some good paint brushes, but I like that specific one for crafting.
I love the packaging. Like everything just matches. It looks so good. Okay. These are some good paint brushes. They're not they're not too soft, but they're not like really hard. Love them. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, I love the pink. Oh my goodness. And then we have a brayer with Maker Gonna Learn down at the bottom. We're talking about like nice packaging. Nice.
I can't wait for you to get this brayer out and give me your thoughts on this brayer.
This is actually a really good brayer.
I know.
The one that I have, I don't know where it's at, but when you push down on it, it kind of like bends a little bit and like gives. This one,
this one, girl, is sturdy.
It is. Look at that. You like. This is a good one. This is a good brayer, and I love the fact that it's pink.
All
right. Then we got. Wait. Explain to me why I don't have a hot glue gun in here.
The reason that you don't have a hot glue gun is because we didn't have them here at the office when we sent. We're going to send you one though. Okay. We're going to send you one. I have mine here.
Okay.
I have mine here. So we needed to get yours to you before we went to, Christmas, on Thanksgiving break. We needed to get yours mailed out to you so you had it.
Okay, so for everyone else, just know that you, in your box, you'll get the matching hot glue gun.
Yes. And I will show you guys the hot glue gun as well.
So then a weeding tool pick, which is wonderful because we are going to be using vinyl today. So this one right here, we're going to be able to test this out. It seems like it's really sharp, and I love the little light bulb. Oh, so cute. We're going to test this one out today because we are going to be using some vinyl. And also this. I love the size of this.
Listen, that felt tip squeegee. So we had a squeegee before, but I'll go ahead and tell you I guess the little circles that kept your cup down, they were closer together. So we had them kind of move it a little bit further apart so that it can hold a larger curved surface, and add that felt squeegee or that felt on the edge. The felt to me takes it from a 7 to a 12.
Absolutely.
We'll go over 10.
I love the felt. I actually have one from a different brand, and theirs is like stiffer and it's larger. I think that this is too big. This one right here, like there's a little bit of give to it.
Just the slightest bit of give so that you can feel like you're really getting it on there.
You can. And I think that this is a more manageable size for like doing cups or even for vinyl, because we are going to use it for vinyl today too.
Yeah.
And I don't have one of these, so I'm so thankful that this is in my box, is this right here.
T-shirt ruler.
T-shirt ruler that you can do instead of like folding it in half and doing all this extra work. You just use this. I've always wanted one of these, and I've never invested in one. That should be no surprise to anyone. But I'm so excited that I have one. And then a silicone mat.
I mean, you can never have too many silicone mats, in my opinion.
No, it's better to extra workspace.
I was looking at ours from the craft challenge the other day, and I guess where Courtney used glitter, I didn't realize that your silicone mat will catch your glitter and you can then wash it off, because it caught all the glitter that Courtney was using and kept it off the table.
That's wonderful. I love it. And I like how thin this is. The only improvement that I could probably say is like, couldn't this have been pink?
I know. I know. I know.
But I love
But
it. I love it even though it is gray. It matches
you're
everything
right. You're
right
right.
here.
Maybe our next improvement is that it's pink.
That's it. That's the only thing I can give.
Maybe
I
that's the
love that.
next improvement is we get a pink silicone mat.
Mhm.
Now, so honest thoughts without the hot glue gun. I know the hot glue gun is a big thing, but you said the only improvements was making that pink, right?
Yes, that's it. Everything else was fabulous. I'm so excited to test out these two things right here. These are going to be come in handy for today's project. Oh, also
Okay, so we do have a couple questions. We do have a couple questions about the silicone mat. What is it used for? Honestly, what is a silicone mat not used for? It's used to protect your space that you're working on. If you're working with hot glue, a silicone mat is great to put your hot glue gun on or your project on because the hot glue will just peel right off. If you're painting, put something on your silicone mat. When the paint dries, you can just scrape that paint right off the silicone mat, wash it off. You can catch glitter with it and not get it everywhere. There's so many different things you can use this silicone mat for.
Well, and like for on Friday's project, Courtney was catching glitter, but like that snow stuff, when I was done, you should see my floor. It's actually there's a lot of paint that I have to
So
chip
you could have used it before.
I could have used it on Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we should have thought about
that. That's all right. He wouldn't let me open it on Friday. I even asked him. I was like, come on. He said no. So that's all right. But like 10 out of 10, I think that this box is amazing. Add in that hot glue gun that you've been showing off. And this is the best craft box ever. This will get any crafter started with like some really cute stuff.
Absolutely. And not only that, but if you were not here on Black Friday, if you go ahead and get the MGL Plus, it is our Black Friday offer. What you are going to get is you are going to get your MGL membership, and you can extend, if you're already a member, you can add a year and go ahead and get the box. And what that is going to include is you are going to be able to get an all access pass and lifetime access to any. First of all, you're going to get the box. Then what you're going to get with this deal is you are going to get lifetime access to all of our cut files that we have created. Plus, you are going to get access and lifetime access to all of the files that we create and release from January all the way through the end of December. So you're never going to lose access to any of those. But that's not all. You are also going to get lifetime access to any course that we create in 2026. And you are going to get that at a deal.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, a deal. We are doing advanced paper. We're doing an advanced paper course. I might gander that we might see some familiar faces in the advanced paper course. You might be seeing a face that you see on the screen today. I don't know. We do have a master paper crafter with us today. I'm just saying. So that's one of the courses that we're going to be releasing in 2026. You also get your Make-a-thon box and ticket for 2026.
And that's good too. I already know what's in that, and that's good too.
That's phenomenal too.
Mm-hmm.
You are also we're doing our Maker University senior year next year, and we are doing that as a live experience. That's another course that you're going to get lifetime access to. And you are also going to have the opportunity to kind of have a say in what our fourth course is going to be. So we kind of decided to put the ball in your all's court. We're going to get all of our ideas and all of our thoughts together, create a survey, and we're going to send that out to you guys. And you all get to vote and kind of cast your vote on what you want our fourth course to be. What are you looking for? What are you wanting to learn? Because there are so many new things in the craft industry right now. We don't really know. We have a lot of ideas and a lot of places we want to go, but we want to make sure that we are in line with you all as our members and make sure that we are supporting you all. So we're going to put the ball in your all's court and allow you to choose the fourth course that you're going to get next year. If you go ahead and grab this deal.
I love this idea. This is such
even different ideas.
Lauren, pull your sweatshirt. There we go.
It's my mic. It
Yeah.
does this. When I start moving and talking with my hands, my thing gets pulled under there. So sorry, guys. I'll make sure I keep it up. Now, I do have one more other surprise.
What's
I
this?
have one more other surprise.
Do I know about this surprise?
No.
No.
We're going to spin the wheel for some
Stop
giveaways.
it! The wheel's back?
The wheel's back.
Yes! I wish I had a wheel here to spin.
We're going to spin the wheel for some giveaways.
Yay!
I must have sounded like, let me just go ahead and, before we do anything else, I'm just going to put my mic on the outside of my sweatshirt. This is the issue that I have when I wear sweatshirts, is it always gets turned inside. So can you all, is this better?
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to spin the wheel. If you want to win whatever we spin, and y'all know me, I like to manipulate the wheel a little bit. So if it's not a really good one, I might manipulate it. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel, and we're going to start today with a giveaway. And we're going to do a mini easy press.
Yes! How exciting!
Let's do a mini easy press and a cardstock bundle. Let's do two giveaways.
Holy crap. Okay, awesome. Yay!
Okay, so what we're going to do two giveaways this morning. We're going to start with a mini easy press. That'll be our first one. And then we will do we'll go ahead, we'll do a cardstock bundle. Or maybe we'll just do a $50 gift card to Celebration Warehouse. That way you all can choose what paper you want. I think that would probably be better. So we'll do a mini easy press and a $50 Celebration Warehouse gift card. So first question, Ashley, what do you think the first question should be for the mini easy press?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. You do the first question.
Okay. Let's do, what is the one thing on your Christmas list this year that you hope you get? I think that'll be a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. What's on the top of your Christmas list this year, Ashley?
I don't have anything actually.
I kind of feel you. I'm the type of person that if I really want something, I'm really bad about just going ahead and getting it for myself.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Actually, I would change that. I told my daughter this is what I want. There is a maker that I follow on Instagram, and she hand makes these really cool wooden cutting boards and charcuterie boards. And there is one, it's called Charcuterie Tree, and it's in the shape of one of those tree air fresheners. It's so cute. And I told my daughter, I was like, I want that. That was the only thing I
Black ice tree.
Yeah, but it says charcuterie instead of black ice.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
I'm so excited.
Okay. Do we have a winner? Let's get a winner for the mini easy press.
Are we gonna
Okie doke. We have a winner. So
okay.
Drum roll, please. Congratulations, Allison Faye. It's Allison Faye 1. You are a Cricut Mini Easy Press. Congratulations. Make sure you email us hi@makersgonnalearn.com with your best shipping address, and we will get that sent out to you. Now, for our second giveaway, we're going to do a $50 Celebration Warehouse gift card. And if you want to win the Celebration Warehouse gift card, I want you to drop your favorite. Actually, I think we did that last week. I think we did your favorite color of Celebration Warehouse cardstock. I think I asked that on Friday. What would be the very first paper craft that you would make?
I was actually going to ask that. Like, what do people use cardstock for? Are we scrapbooking? Are we making cake toppers? Are we making wreaths? Are we making flowers? What are we making?
Yes, tell us what you would make with the cardstock if you won the Celebration Warehouse cardstock bundle. I would love to hear that. So drop us that in the comments if you want to win cards.
There's so many cards.
Flowers, scrapbooking,
I
cards, so
saw
many
some
cards.
shadow box in there. Oh my goodness. This chat box is going wild.
Oh, it always goes. It always goes. Now, while we are waiting for our winner, just so you guys know, we are doing 2 phenomenal crafts today. Like, I think these are crafts that are going to be number 1, so easy. You're going to be like, I've got to immediately make that.
Mm-hmm.
This accordion gift card money holder that Ashley is going to be making is probably one of my favorite money holders that we have done in a very long time.
It's actually really good. And it's like a viral thing. So when we
Yes.
had talked about doing this Cyber Monday live together, Tanner had asked me, like, what kind of project are you wanting? And I was like, I have been wanting to make this particular project. And he was like, no way. We actually already built the file for it. And then sent me the picture. And I was like, that is wild. Like, absolutely wild that we were on that same brainwave.
It was the exact same day that we finished that project that you said you wanted to make it, because we were putting it on our schedule for earlier. Like, we were going to have already, I actually filmed, funny story, I actually filmed a full start to finish YouTube tutorial for this card that ended up getting scrapped.
You're like, oh, great. Thanks, Ashley.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not mad at it at all. It was a very long video, so I'm not mad at it. It was only long because I was teaching you all how to design the exact design that we made, but we put it together for you all flawlessly, so you just cut it and slap it on there.
Now I do, that looks absolutely amazing.
And I do like that ours, and you'll see it here in a minute, I do like that ours flaps over. It has an envelope and then has a flap over. Not all of the other ones have that.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So that was kind of like our little added touch. And then the other thing, before I announce our winner, because we do have a winner for the the Celebration Warehouse gift card. The other thing we're going to be making are these cute little burr baskets.
So excited about it. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a cute idea.
Y'all, these are so easy, so easy. We're just working with vinyl. We're going to learn how to work with vinyl on a curved surface today, and then stuffing this with some goodies, and that's it. So we do have a winner for our Celebration Warehouse gift card. So drum roll, please. Congratulations, Lisa Payne, 2865. You are the winner of a $50 Celebration Warehouse gift card. Email us hi@makersgonnalearn.com, and we will get you that gift card. We will get it to you today, so that if you want to take advantage of that $5 card stock sale, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if I won a $50 gift card to Celebration Warehouse and they were having that kind of sale, I personally would want it today to make sure I got my stuff bought.
And as far as I'm concerned, everyone else should just shop today, because I am like the crafting BFS. I get that I own the company, but like, you should shop it when it's on sale so you can get more versus full price.
Absolutely.
Dollar goes a longer way on the other side.
Yes, absolutely. So with all of that being said, if you've not gone ahead and grabbed the MGL Black Friday deal where you get your amazing box, you get everything in it, go ahead and do that. Click, or you can scan that QR code if you need to. Go ahead and scan that, click that link that is pinned, grab grab you a spot, because the spots are like down to like 30. And once they're gone, they're gone.
And you don't want to miss it. The Make-a-thon box, the paper crafting course, all of that. The stuff that I do know is 100% worth the MGL subscription. 1,000%.
Here's the thing, guys. We're not going to bring you a deal if it's not worth it for you, especially Black Friday. We wanted to make sure that it was the easiest investment in yourself ever, especially if you are really ready to ramp up crafting or continue crafting in 2026. I'm telling you, this is the place that you need to be. Go ahead and grab that. But I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to you, Ashley, for our first class. Ashley's going to start us off with the paper money holder. So yeah, I'm going to let you take it away.
Awesome.
But I will be here in the background.
Okay, so we are going to go into Cricut Design Space. Let me find it right here. Open this bad boy up, and we are going to come over into a new project. And we are going to do blank canvas. Now, oh, you know what? I didn't even show you the end results of what we are going to be doing. And it's going to be
Let's
this
do that.
really cool. It's not a gift card money holder. This right here is a cash money holder. And we are going to do
Money.
yeah, so we're going to do some personalizations. This is one that I have just made this morning just to show you the end results. And then when you open this up, there's going to be this like little flapper thing. And you're going to open this up. You're going to have this cute little embellishment. And then had I had some dollars, it would just open up into all of this money that would just be put into your card using the cute little flappers that they have here. You would just put in, you know, like 5s, 10s, whatever you want on here. But it all nicely goes into this cute little envelope. So envelope just slides right in, making sure you got this little flap. And this card project looks extremely difficult, but I can tell you it's not. Like, it's so easy. There's no little pieces or anything like that. Super easy, quick little project. For today's project, now I am going to be using vinyl for here. However, when Lauren created hers, she created hers with HTV, and you can also use HTV. I will show you if you wanted to use HTV, like what you would need to do differently, but you could use vinyl if you have it. You could use HTV. I honestly probably, like, I had thought about it when I was cutting it out this morning, if I could do glitter cardstock. Maybe for some of the some of the pieces, glitter cardstock, but like, to be honest with you, using vinyl or HTV is a lot easier and quicker of a process than trying to glue all these small little cardstock pieces. So I just only did vinyl. So you are going to need, this is how many pieces of paper you are going to need, a total of 3. So you want 2 of one color and then 1 of another. This one right here is hibiscus. So if you're shopping the cardstock shop, this right here is hibiscus. This right here is light pink. You're going to need 2 of one, 1 of another, and then just a piece of vinyl or HTV. You're not going to need a whole lot of this. You're only going to need like a small section. And that's really going to be the actual supplies that you're going to need. Everything else you probably should have on hand, like some cardstock glue or a tape runner if you have it, a weeding tool pick, and you are going to need some transfer tape if you're using vinyl. So just so you know, those are going to be the supplies. And now, as I've shown you this, let's head over into Cricut. Go in here. And then we are going to close this little thing right here. This drives me nuts, that new pop-up box that happens.
Oh, it absolutely drives me insane.
Okay, so I am going to, for you, you're going to want to go over into makersgonnalearn.com to get the SVG file for this, but I actually already, and then also we're going to be using this font called Mary Catherine. So the file you want to download, and then you also want to put this font into your computer. I already have it in here, so it won't let me do it, but you just want to press install. Once you install that, because we already have Cricut loaded up, what you're going to have to do is come over here into view, and you're going to do a force reload. What's going to happen is Cricut is going to do like an automatic restart. And so then you're going to be able to find that font that we just downloaded onto our computer. Once you're done, what you want to do is come over here into upload, and then you want to come over here into upload image. So what we're going to do now is find that downloaded SVG file for that cash money holder, which is going to be this right here. And you can drag and drop it into Cricut Design Space. All right, then we are going to come over here into continue. You can rename this if you want to, but honestly, I never actually rename anything. And then we come down here and press upload. And then it should automatically just get dropped into this workspace. Let's just close this out. What I do not want you to do though is resize this project. This project is sized perfectly for the dollar bills that you're going to be using. So please do not resize any of this. However, what we want to do is right click and we want to press ungroup because we have a little bit of work that we have to do in order to get this file to be cut ready. So once we have it ungrouped, we'll just click out. And then we're going to come over here and we are going to click on this one right here. It's all like sandwiched together. And we are going to right click this and we are also going to ungroup this as well. Okay, now that we have that done, there is just a couple more things that we have to change in some of these little lines that you see in order for them to be cut ready. Okay. So a lot of these like half circle things, we're going to keep as cuts because you need somewhere to be able to like put in your dollar bills. Like right now, these little things, you're going to be able to slip your dollar bills in there. However, these like this line right here, do you see this like, what would you call this? It looks like a staple. So this like staple line, if you were to leave it like this is set to a cut. If you were to leave this like this, that staple line would cut off all of this right here. So we would not, this is our envelope piece that's right here, and we would not have an envelope. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this one right here, and you're going to come up here to operation. And instead of basic cut, what you want to do is come down here to press score. I did forget to mention, I always forget to mention this when I talk about supplies. You are going to need your scoring tool for today's project.
Yes, but I love that this one you can do with that scoring stylus instead of having to have that scoring wheel. If you all know us, we are very, very much a no scoring wheel. We like the scoring stylus.
I just got my Cricut Maker 4 like last Monday. And I had thought about getting that style or the wheel. And I remember what you said, that you did not like the wheel. And I was like, well, if Lauren doesn't like the wheel, I'm not going to like the wheel. So I just have my old stylist.
So it's not that I don't like, it's not that I dislike the wheel. I think that the wheel has its time and place. Like for, let's say if I'm trying to score glitter cardstock, it's great for that. But like I can also get a pretty good score on your glitter cardstock with a scoring stylus. And for the price point and not having to change out that clamp A, that's why I'm a scoring stylus girly.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to invest my money in it because this scoring stylus that I have was like $2 and I've had it for years. Like it's my original scoring stylus. So what you use what you got on hand.
Yep.
Okay, so a couple more things that you are going to have to change are going to be these lines right here. These are going to be your horizontal lines. If we click on one, you're going to see that you have some that just like gets highlighted. Again, if we do not change this over into score, these lines are going to cut. So if I unclick on them, do you see this like horizontal line that's right here? It's going to cut, leaving this rectangle separated from this rectangle, which therefore you would not have your money holder the way that we've set it up. So for this one, same thing, basic cut. You're going to come up here into operation and you're going to come down here to score. And then doing the next horizontal lines, these ones right here, same thing. We're going to come up here to operation and we are going to come down here to score. Okay. Now let's come over here to the right and work on the envelope. I am going to select the envelope. So everything with the envelope, we got some half moons here and then these score lines. All I want you to do, just make sure that you only have a highlighted box around the envelope and you want to come back down here and press attach. What you just told the Cricut was like, Cricut, I'm going to cut this out. And then I'm also going to score these lines that are right here, these dotted lines. And I also want you to cut this like little flappy, it looks like a smiley face line right now. You're going to cut that right there. That's all you want to do for that one. Okay. So I did mention earlier that you actually need 3 sheets of cardstock altogether, 2 for one color and 1 of a different color. If you wanted to, you could actually just get yourself 3 sheets of cardstock and do this all one color if you wanted to. However, if you don't and you want to do what I'm doing, which is 2 of one and 1 of the other, what I want you to do at this point is taking just this red rectangle, and we are going to come up here to the red square, and you can change this over to any other color but what you have up here. Okay, so let's just change this over to pink because pink's my favorite color. And then we're also going to come over here and select this one, this rectangle, and come back up here to the red square. And I am going to make this the same pink. So over here in the material colors, I'm going to make this the same pink as the other rectangle. Okay. So that way, these two pieces are going to cut on one color. And then this piece is going to cut on a completely different colored cardstock.
Now, one thing I do want to say, just so if for those that are planning like your colors, if you're like me and you like to plan your colors, the smaller one that you are seeing on the right hand side of the screen, that's going to be the envelope that you put your actual accordion piece in. And the ones on the left are going to be the accordion pieces, which is going to be the front flap color as well. So keep that in mind.
That is, and then, so we'll come over here because I'm going to do, I mean, if you wanted to, and you could do like even matchy just to make sure that we have this, like the colors that you want. Like I'm going to turn this over into like more of a hibiscus color. There we go. And then I'll turn this one over here that we've already played around with to the light pink color. Just so you can get a better idea of like, this is what my final project is going to end up looking like.
Love.
So cute. And then with that the white vinyl, I think this is going to be amazing. Okay.
That's actually the color that colorway that we made our very first one.
Is the hibiscus.
Uh-huh.
It's so beautiful. It's such a pretty color. Okay, so if you wanted to, my first one that I had did earlier didn't have any type of personalizations on there. If you wanted to, you could just stop here and do that, and then you can just handwrite it in there. I have terrible handwriting, like absolutely terrible handwriting. No one wants anything from me that's handwritten. So I'm going to put some personalizations in here. But again, you could just stop here if you wanted to, okay? So what you want to do for personalizations is come over here and do the text box. A new text box is going to pop up somewhere on your screen. We're going to move it, but let's just put in the first name first. So I'm going to do Lauren just as an example. And then to choose your fonts, what you're going to do is come over here into font. Right now, the automated first font that gets for every single project is Cricut Sans. It's like not a cute font. I don't know why they do that to us. Like, could we get a cuter font? But whatever. We are going to find the downloaded font that we did. It's Mary Catherine, right? Yeah, Mary Catherine font. So what you want to do, because if you were to come in here and search up Mary, it ain't going to pop in here because it's actually a downloaded font. So what you want to do is come over here where it says Cricut, and then you're going to click on Systems. Now at this point, what you can do is you can search up Mary, and Mary Catherine's going to pop up. Now, if it's not popping up for you here, that means that you did not do the force upload. So before you actually click that button, make sure and save your work, because otherwise you're going to have to go to the very beginning. But make sure you save your work, because the difference between a reload and a force upload, there's actually a really big difference. So you want to make sure that you did the force upload back at the beginning. But okay, so this one right here is going to be the name for the two. And you just want to drag this into your spot, and you can make this smaller if you want. If you want to leave it black, you can leave it black. Or if you want to do matchy, what you want to do is come up here into the black, and you are going to choose the white, because that'll match with that vinyl that's right there. Okay, so generally what I like to do is just do one name. And once I have the size the way that I want it, what I'm going to do is with this name, I'm going to copy and paste. So for me, it's Command C, Command V on my keyboard. If you do not want to do keyboard shortcuts, or if you're on a Windows computer, they have different shortcuts. Over here on the right-hand side, like if you were to click on Lauren's name on the right-hand side, you can see like mine's Command C, Command V, but also copy and paste. You can do that as well. And then your keyboard shortcuts will be listed there if you're on a Windows computer. So for me, Command C, Command V, and then I am going to drag this down into here, and I'm going to do Love Ashley. Just like that. And I'm not going to have to resize this because Lauren's name is the same size. Like it's all going to fit. Okay. I kind of like when all of my fonts have the same size. So if like the Love name was too long, what I would suggest to you is like selecting both names. I would readjust the sizing for both because to me, I like when all the font is about the same size for everything.
Yes, I agree. I think that that is a very good design skill to, it just makes things look more professional and finished.
Mm-hmm. And then you don't feel like one is like, like my name is larger than Lauren's name, and it just makes it feel like that's more important than Lauren. I don't like that. So I just like to keep everything all the same. All right, so once you have all of this, what I want you to do now is I want you to select both of our names. So click on your name or the first name, press Shift on your keyboard, hold it down, and then click on that second name. And then what I want you to do while keeping your finger on the Shift button is you're also going to select your, like these embellishments. Is that what you would call a border? The thing that was already in the SVG file. So you're going to have a total of 3 things. You're going to have a total of 2 names and that embellishment. And you can tell that I have it because I have everything is moving. We got the embellishments and the 2 names. I'm going to drag them over here, right here. And then all you want to do is come down here and press attach. So everything is going to get cut out like this. So you're not going to have to rearrange anything. If you're using vinyl or HTV, you're not going to have to rearrange anything because everything is going to get cut out just like you see it here on the screen. If you wouldn't have done the attach, everything just kind of would just been thrown around. And then, well, I can actually even show you. So if we weren't to like not put that attach and come here to make, I'm not going to save this for right now. You can see how we have some score lines here that we still need to mess with. So there's something that I missed here. And then we see our names are like floating over here and I need them to be right here. So that's what the attach button is for. So we're going to do that for this. We're going to select this and press attach. And then we still haven't attached any of the lines over here on these hibiscus colors. So what I'm going to do is I am only going to work on the rectangle on the right-hand side, okay? So we are going to select the rectangle on the right-hand side, all of those half moon shapes and the 2 score lines. So this is what your highlighted rectangle should look like, something like this, okay? You're only selected the right rectangle. Once you're done, you're going to press attach. And then the same thing for the left rectangle. We are going to select only the left rectangle plus all those little half moon shapes and the 3 score lines. So it should look something like this where you can select and drag things around and then press attach. At this point, what you can do is save your work because we are done with the design process. So we're going to press save. I love to save my work, money holder gift. Okay, and then remember when we were at the cut screen earlier and we had the names kind of floating around everywhere, and then we also had those score lines that I was like, wait, we missed a step here. If we now go into the make screen, my names or our names are all in the right spot. And then we no longer have those like floating score lines that went nowhere. Now we have them where they are supposed to be. So we have 2 hibiscus pieces of cardstock, and then we have the envelope that's going to be in the light pink, and then we have a little bit of HTV right here, or vinyl or HTV. So I'm going to be using vinyl for today's project. So that means that I can technically go into the continue button and start cutting this. However, if you are using HTV, the one thing that you have to do, and this is only for the people that are using iron-on HTV, okay? Those are two very different things, vinyl and then iron-on HTV. If you are using an iron-on vinyl HTV, what you're going to do is come over here and press this mirror button, and that's going to reverse everything. Okay, that's very, very, very important if you're using HTV. Everything else that we have on our screen is going to be the same for everyone. Okay, I am going to be using vinyl, so I'm going to unmirror this. And now what we can do is go over into continue. And then for the very first mat, I'm going to be using the value vinyl that Lauren sent me on Friday. So I have that pulled, and I am just going to click on this. And then we are going to go over here, and we're going to load this in. I actually have a brand new Cricut mat.
How are you feeling about the value vinyl, by the way?
You know, to be honest with you, you were talking a lot of smack about the value vinyl on Friday.
I wasn't talking a lot of smack, but I was talking a little bit of smack.
Well, I have to tell you,
I was talking smack about HTV Ron's vinyl.
Oh, I do not like HTV Ron vinyl at all.
Yes, no, that's what I was talking the most smack about.
Yeah, so the value vinyl, I actually don't mind at all. I did 3 cutouts of these, and this is all with the value vinyl, and we did perfectly fine. The only critique that I have with this is normally with traditional sticky vinyl, like it'll tell you what side is sticky and what side is not. And they don't have that. Like it looks the same on both sides. So my only critique with the value vinyl is like you actually have to bend the corner to see, like I could not figure out what side was the cutting side, but like you have to pull the corner apart.
Interesting.
And so find this, whatever the side is that's sticky. So this right here is that opaque stuff. We're going to put that down onto our mat. The stuff that's sticky is what has to be on the front. So, or on top of this. So if you can see, we have the sticky stuff, and then we have this like opaque, clear, I don't know, frosted looking thing. That's going to go directly down onto my mat. So I have a Cricut mat, and the frosted thing is going down onto the mat. Okay. That's actually, I think I have another sheet. Nope, sure don't. I don't have another sheet of like the vinyl that came with the maker to show you, but that's my only critique with the value stuff. But otherwise it's cutting really well. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to insert this into the Cricut.
Now, while that is cutting, one thing, Tara said, I have a lot of HTV in my inventory and I don't want to waste it. So I was hoping paper crafts, it would be acceptable. Absolutely. HTV on paper is one of my personal favorite things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually prefer HTV over vinyl. Like if you were to ask me, I was like, wait, when I was talking to Courtney this morning, I was like, did you use HTV or vinyl for this? And she was like, we use iron-on or HTV. And I was like, oh, I wish I had some HTV here because I would much prefer HTV over vinyl any day because I feel like you have more opportunities to mess up because once you put the vinyl onto your paper, you're kind of stuck like Chuck versus like HTV. You have opportunities to move it around and then you glue. You know what I mean?
Right. We did also have someone ask, what do you not like about HTV Ront? I'll just be real honest. The one time that I used it, we were at an event that it was a 4-H event. One of the girls that I used to work with, we had like a regional event, and she asked if Makers Gonna Learn would like to host or like to be part of a class where we taught kids about the Cricut, how to use it, how they can utilize it in their craft space or in their crafting, all this stuff. So we did cups with them, pretty basic. We could not figure out, some of the backers were frosted, some of them were clear, some of it was HTV, some of it was adhesive. It didn't stick to the cups. It was just not great.
My feedback for HTV Ron stuff is that it never cut good. Like I could never get a good cut.
Yeah, that was also another issue that we had.
Have you ever tried Tech Wrap vinyl?
Yes. So can we get a side by side, Sadie? Yes, we did do Tech Wrap, and actually, funny story. When we did Tech Wrap, we were doing a live. Me and Alicia, we were doing a live, and I was about to be like, I don't like Tech Wrap. I was about to hate all over Tech Wrap on a live. And then I realized that Tech Wrap has very specific cut settings that you have to put in your Cricut or your Silhouette or whatever cutting machine. And a lot of Tech Wrap vinyl has a clear plastic film on the front of it that we did not realize that it had. Once we put in the correct cut settings and we took the film off, Tech Wrap cut like a dream.
I have been victimized by that film. That film
was something else. I had never seen vinyl that had film on the front of it. But I guess like if you're doing those, because they have like a metallic, like oil slick, they have some really like phenomenal colors of vinyl. More so than other places, I feel like, but I don't hate Tech Wrap. It's just you have to know how to use it. Otherwise, you're going to think that you hate it.
That is the truth. That is such the truth. So the vinyl is done cutting. I have a brand new Cricut mat, and so it's extremely sticky. So all I did is I rolled this away from my mat. So my vinyl is here, and here is my mat. So then going back over into, whoa, that was crazy. Okay, going back over into Cricut, we are going to now select the setting of the medium cardstock setting. And then if you are not using the scoring wheel, this was something that I really wish I could just like select all for all of them, but for whatever reason, we're going to have to do this for the next 3 mats. If you are not using the scoring wheel and you're going to be using the scoring tool, like what I'm going to be using, you're going to come over here into edit tools and you're going to do scoring stylus. And then what you want to do is press apply. Now, remember, you're going to have to do this for the next 3 mats because they like to annoy us, I think. All right, then we are going to put in 1 sheet of our pink. This is the hibiscus. So we're going to put this onto our mat. I am not going to put a whole lot of pressure on this mat. If this was like a light grit mat that was starting to lose their stick, I would use a brayer to like push this down. I am not going to do that though, because it's brand new, really sticky. I'm using a standard grit mat, and it will tear your cardstock to shreds if you put too much pressure on it. Okay. So then what we want to do is just insert this in. So we're just going to press the insert button. The machine is going to do whatever calibration it needs. Now you are going to need to put your scoring stylus into the clamp A. This right here is the same scoring stylus that I bought for like back in 2011-12 situation. So if you have one of these, it still works. Mine still works and looks really old. Then the next thing you want to do is just press the play button on your Cricut, and that's going to start cutting.
Now, we are having people say that clicking that remember material cut settings has really saved them when cutting like multiple pages of paper. Yeah, is that something that's new, or has Cricut had that? I thought I felt like Cricut would remember the cut settings and I would have to go back and change if I was changing materials, or am I crazy?
Well, so this Cricut Maker 4 situation is very new to me. I just got it on Monday. Every other Cricut that I've had was the Explorer original one. And so that was like, once you select something, you didn't actually have to do anything more. now we have to do all these extra steps. Like for me, I would love for them to just remember the device. Like I'm using a scoring tool right now for this mat. I'm going to be using the same scoring tool for the next one. I shouldn't have to re-click that. Like that seems to be pretty, that would make sense to me. Okay, so the cardstock mat 1 is done cutting. So all we're going to do is just eject this. And then we're going to roll this over. Remember, this is a brand new mat, so it's like super sticky. And you just want to try and encourage some gravity to release your cardstock if you're using a brand new mat like me. So we're just going to encourage a little bit of gravity to just release this mat. The reason why you don't want to pull, and I'll show it to you. So if you were to take this and pull this way, the cardstock I just released from here is still going to lay nice and flat and not have any issues. If we were to take this as a brand new mat and pull this off, now you have this like, I don't know, it's not going to lay flat. There's kind of like a crease in there. It doesn't look very cute. So just by doing that little technique definitely helps when doing your cardstock projects. And then we're going to add in the next mat, next cardstock. I'm just lightly pushing this onto my thing. And then going back over into Cricut, we are going to come over here and do the medium settings. Now, because we are only going to be using cardstock for the rest of this, you could do remember material settings for the rest of that. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to, because I still have to do something else, which is come over here into Edit Tools, do the scoring stylus, press Apply. And then back over at the Cricut, we are just going to insert the mat into the thing. The other thing that I would love for Cricut to do, not only remember the material settings, but like also remember the fact that like my mat is the size mat that I'm doing. I feel like we don't need to double check that I'm going to be using a correct mat.
Now, we did have a friend ask, have you cut without using the mat yet since you got your the Maker 4?
I did. I went matless on Friday for the craft.
Oh, you went matless with the value vinyl?
No, I did not use the value vinyl for the craft off. I used I used the starter material that came with, because you had me nervous. You were like, I don't like the value vinyl. And I was like, well, I'm going to use what Cricut came with the Maker for. And I did matless with that. And it was fine. My biggest complaint though, is like, in order to be matless, you have to buy Cricut branded materials. And I frankly, oh wait, but didn't you guys hack that? Did you figure out how to hack the non-matte?
No, I always use a mat. I have trust issues, Ashley. I always use a mat.
Well, I did fine with my matless, my one single matless project.
Well, good. I think we've had this Maker 4 since they come out, and I've not used matless a single time.
Well, I've used it once. Okay, so prime example of why we turn and roll instead of pulling our cardstock, because like remember what I said, like it's going to start shredding. I have some leftovers of my cardstock in places, and technically this little area right here, I'm just going to cut, like we're going to do this because I love using scraps of material. Technically this right here is still usable, but like now there's a bend in it. There is a little crease in here in the back of this. I don't know if you can tell, but there is like some fibers that are lifting. That's due to the mat. And so because it's too sticky, and I didn't do this method, I like ripped it up. So just to let you know. Okay. And then let's do the last mats. We're going to do one last mat. And we're going to put that into the Cricut. We're going to go back over into medium cardstock, edit tools, and do the scoring stylus and press apply. And then we're just going to press the play button, and we're going to do our final cut of cardstock. So while we wait for that, what we could do is start bending our paper. So there's going to be some score lines that we got some vertical ones now. They're going to be right here. Those you are going to want to bend. I actually prefer bending them both ways, front and back. So just like taking this, and this is where this tool comes in handy, the one that comes into your box. If you don't have one of these, this is why you need this box, because this right here is going to help make you have nice crispy edges when you're folding your cardstock. So let's eject this. This is done. So we're going to roll this away. All right. And we are going to set everything else aside besides these 4 pieces. We got 2 pieces of hibiscus, 1 light pink, and then our vinyl. There we go. All right. So crispy edges. You're going to take the hard part of this right here, and you are going to just drag across and make a crispy edge. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold this the other way and making another crispy edge. Make sure that you don't rip your little half moon circles that are going to probably want to try and pop out that. Okay, we're going to do this again with this. We're going to just do a nice little fold. Make sure, take care that you don't rip your little half moon things. And we are going to just drag. And then going the other way, we are also going to drag again. This, what do you call this? A scraper tool?
I call that I don't call that a scraper tool. I call that a burnishing tool.
A varnishing tool. Burnishing tool. I think that this is a really good tool because it gives you just the right amount of pressure. It feels really good in your hand. And it's going to make for a really crispy looking cardstock project. So you should have, your accordion should look something like this, where it can just bend in 3 different spots. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to set that to the side, and we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to bend it in 2 different spots. I'm just going to bend it in the first spot first, run the burnishing tool across it, and then we are going to flip it around and do the same thing with the other side. And then we got one more that's right here. And then flipping it over. Awesome. Okay, so we got 2 folds. It'll look like this. We're going to set that over to the side. And then this one right here, this one is a little bit more, how would you say this? Like, you have to pay attention because there is some 2 really close score lines on each one of these sides. What I would suggest doing is going to the closest side of the inside. This right here would be your inside. There's going to be a line that's closest to this side. Those are the ones that I would love for you to start off with, just because I felt like I made this project twice, and I learned from my mistakes the first time. I was like, ooh, I think it would be easier if you just went inside first.
Yes. 100% easier if you do the inside score first, because that little, it's pretty small, but it gives it enough room to put your envelope down in there, but you do have to get it precise. So going on those inside score lines and like folding them first are really going to help, because it's going to be hard for you to not bend that side if you don't.
Yep. Okay,
I don't know how to say that.
I know. That's why I'm like, fold the lines closest to the inside. If you have it looking like this, there's going to be 2 sets of lines. You're going to want to go to the closest ones into this bigger spot.
Do a side by side real quick so I can show them what it looks like real quickly on our overhead, Sadie, so I can kind of explain to them. Now we'll go overhead. So this is what she is saying. So this is the front right here. So the inside is going to be the one there. So this right here, that's how small it is. maybe. Like
Yeah.
that. Okay. You can go back.
All right. And then we are just going to nicely fold this. And this is where it was like a lot easier if you went inside going outside versus going the other way, because you can kind of tell where those fold lines are. It's a lot easier, but it is tight. All right, so we're going to do one small little line, and the same thing. We're going to fold this over. All right, so it's going to, it's going to be really tight, small little space right there, but it's going to be enough space to fit your accordion in there. So it's not going to be like an overly huge, thick envelope.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
I think we don't have very many comments right now. I think everybody is like dialed in watching this.
Yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, is this going to work? Trying to figure it out. And then we got one more fold right here. And then fold this right here. Okay, so now we have 2 folds on each flap. We have 2, 2, and 2. I'm not entirely sure how they assembled theirs at Mayor's Gonna Learn. However, when I assembled mine, what I did is I actually glued my flaps on the inside. Is that what you did also, Lauren? Or did you glue your flaps on the outside?
I glued mine on the inside.
Okay, awesome. Great. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the way to go, because it looks nice and seamless on the backside. So what you need is some cardstock glue, or if you had a tape runner, you could totally use a tape runner. I love cardstock glue. Don't ask me where to get this though, because I'm pretty sure he's going out of business, because I can't seem to find it anywhere.
Well, you can do, this is a great glue as well. We also like a good double-sided adhesive.
I mean, I actually have some, so let's just bust that out. Because I get so mad. This is my favorite cardstock glue, and nobody ever can find it. And they always ask me, like, what glue do you use? I'm like, oh, you can't buy it. Okay, so because I'm using the tape runner, what I am going to do, this is what your finished project is going to look like. However, I'm going to use the tape runner. We have talked in previous lives together that me and this tape runner are not friends, because I am left-handed and everything works differently for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up just like this. And I'm only going to put tape down this outside, these 2 outside flaps. So let's see how there's going to be 2 outside flaps. When we fold it back in together, it's going to fold like that. And the adhesive is going to go right here. Okay. So these 2 flaps right here, I am going to just put some adhesive on. Okay. See what in the world? Me and tape runners just don't seem to get along very well.
I'm surprised that you and tape runners don't get along with you being a paper crafter.
It's because I'm left-handed.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that.
Everyone forgets I'm left-handed until I struggle with something. And they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, it's because I'm left-handed. The world is not made for me. Okay. So I am going to work on one edge first. I am just going to fold this in, and we are going to match up the edges. All right, there we go. Just like that. Put my finger down in there, and we are just going to make sure that everything is glued down in there. And then we're going to come to the other side and kind of do the same thing. You want to match up the edges. There we go. Ta-da! Look at that. We have our finished envelope. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it will end up looking all perfect in the end. So what we want to do now, before we do any type of like adding in the vinyl and stuff like that, because I know I haven't even got to the vinyl yet, why we want to glue this first is because we need to figure out where we are putting this vinyl. I can tell you the reason why I had to cut this twice and do this project twice is I didn't put the vinyl in the right spot the first time. So we are going to do all the assembly first and then do the vinyl at the very end. Okay. So there is going to be this little flap that's right here, this flap. You're going to want to add some glue or tape runner to that. So I'm just going to, since I'm using tape already, I'm just going to continue with that theme and use tape. Good enough.
Somebody did say, they've never seen such a large tape runner. That's smaller compared to the ATG gun that we use sometimes.
Yeah, your ATG gun is even larger and really not meant for left-handers. Okay, so this right here is your flap. You are going to add, it doesn't, truly, I don't think it matters what top or bottom side you use for the smaller one. You just got to pick one. And you're going to add this only to that flap, okay? So I'm going to like just kind of bump this up a little bit because I want it to be nice and even. So I'm going to like put this all the way down here. See how this, like my little flap is up? I'm going to rest my cardstock down to the very base of my other flap. And then I'm going to stick it on there. So that way it should... Come on. There we go. Awesome. So now it's going to bend perfectly and not get all crinkled. Perfect. Just like that. Now you can just make it tight. Awesome. Okay. So this is what your finished accordion money holder is going to look like. All these spaces will fit $1. We'll accommodate some sort of 5, 10, 20, whatever you want to do. But we are going to just put this like this. This is going into, this entire thing is going to go into your envelope. It's going to slide right in. And then we're going to be able to flap this into here. Now we have to add in that vinyl, right? But this right here technically is the front of our vinyl or the front of our envelope. This is why it was so important to do the assembly first is probably the chances of you assembling this, which is what I did. I would have, like this, I would have put the vinyl right here, which is what I did. I put the vinyl here and then I assembled it all together and was like, crap, the front needs to be right here. Okay. So I'm just going to put this all into my envelope again. So I can remember this right here is going to be the front. So I'm going to open this up and we're going to play with that here in a second. But what at this point, what you're going to want to do is weed out your vinyl. I am going to test out the weeder that comes with your MGL box. But I'm not going to weed the entire thing out because I have to be perfectly transparent with you. I actually don't like weeding vinyl. My husband came in here from the garage and he had a question to ask me about cardstock orders. And I like looked up at him and he was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm in vinyl hell right now because I actually don't like weeding vinyl. And so what I did was, so I don't get annoyed with you on live, is I went ahead and already cut out some vinyl and weeded it all by myself so I could say all the bad words in my brain by myself. And so I'm just going to show you how well it weeds out, but just know that we aren't going to be doing all of that together because you don't want to hear what actually comes out of my mouth when I read vinyl. So I am just going to take this weeding tool, and we're going to pick up the corner and we are just going to weed. We're going to start with the largest side and we're going to weed this out. It's actually really easy. And then I have a magnetic glass board, which I love because I can just hold down my vinyl so it doesn't like slide on me, which is great.
Wait, did you just say magnetic glass?
Yes, this right here is a magnetic glass board and it has all the measurements, but it's magnetic. So like everything will just stay on here. And then there's even
I'm gonna need you to send me a link to that immediately.
like, look, like your stuff isn't going to move. It's amazing.
Stop it right now.
I'm surprised you don't have one of these. I got two. They're so good.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna need the link to that immediately.
Okay, I'll send you a link because everyone needs one of these.
Everybody says they're all needing a link now.
It's amazing.
You know what? That might be what we give away next.
You should totally give it away. That's what
we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do after this. After this, we're gonna give one of those away when she sends me the link.
I love this idea. I absolutely love this idea because it's amazing. And
then we will also I'll have Ashley send it to me and we'll drop it in the chats here in a little bit when she's done with her class.
Yes. Okay, so this is why I just want you to know that the vinyl, the Cricut vinyl, what is this? The value vinyl? We cut this and look at like it's weeding perfect. Like I'm not having any issues. I say that, and then all of a sudden the E and Lauren did not want to weed out perfectly, but everything else was going smooth. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty impressed so far.
Look at that. Like we didn't have everything cut perfectly. We haven't used one sentence enhancer. Everything's going good. Okay, then let's just test out a small little weed. Oh, see, your vinyl pick is so good. Like it just picked up the smallest little thing. Whoop. There we go.
Oh, love it.
So I approve. Ashley Falco approves that your vinyl tool pick.
That is the only approval that I need in my life.
This is a good one. Okay, so I am done. I'm done weeding vinyl because like I said, I don't enjoy weeding vinyl. So I'm going to pretend as if we did some TV magic. Ta-da! We're done with it. This is it. Okay, this is our finished. I have a little bit of like residue from that tape runner, so I'm just going to wipe this off. See, this is why you need one of those glass mats. Got a little bit of residue, wiped it off, and we're good to go. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me set that to the side. Okay. For this, what you're going to need is some transfer tape. I have this value transfer tape. This transfer tape is actually a lot thinner than any other transfer tape I've ever used. And I've used a lot. I think it's super thin. So
oh well, sorry.
No, you're fine. It was just like it's like it honestly, have you ever played with rice paper before? Like super thin rice paper?
Yes.
That's what this feels like. So it's very thin and it's kind of hard to work with. The vinyl itself is actually really good, but this stuff is kind of hard. So I am just going to cut out a piece. I'm going to determine this right here is my size. All right, set the rest of this to the side. And then, oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to work one piece at a time because I don't want to get overwhelmed. So I'm going to just cut these two pieces apart. This right here is going to go on the inside flap. And then we have this larger piece. This piece of transfer tape that you need is going to be this like larger than what your vinyl decal is. Okay. If you have HTV and you're using HTV, you don't even need transfer tape. You just need your little mini heat press, like a little baby thing. And you could be already heating up your heat press and like blooping this onto your flap. You could probably be done quicker than me on the vinyl, to be honest with you. So we are going to take this transfer tape, try and remove it from the, it's so thin, it's hard. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're going to remove the transfer tape from the backing. We're just going to throw that to the side. And then this right here, what you want to do, try and get this as flat as possible, nice and smooth onto your vinyl decal. Just like that. And then you are going to take the felt part of this burnishing tool, and we are just going to rub this together so the decal gets picked up with that transfer tape. Okay. And then we are going to drag this. What happened? My envelope came apart.
Oh, it was that tape runner that you don't like.
Nope. The tape, my glue was like, no, come back, use us. Okay. Put this back in here. Nope. I did it backwards. Try it again. Okay. So then this right here, because this is going to get hooked into here. So this is where I'm going to put this. Okay. So I'm going to flip this up. This side is the one side that I have to work on. So I'm just going to move my decal real quick. I'm going to slide this up here, and I'm going to put my magnets up here so I don't have anything wiggling around. Okay. We're going to take this and we are going to roll this back. There's going to be two different things. They're going to have that opaque. Remember what I told you earlier about like this frosted thing? You're going to roll that away from your vinyl decal. The vinyl, the white part, if you're using white, that needs to stay onto your transfer tape. Okay. So making sure, like I have, see this like little circle thing that's being brought with the frosted thing. I'm going to roll back and I'm going to push that down onto my transfer tape, making sure it stays on there. This transfer tape is really thin and it doesn't have a lot of tack, which I do like in for putting it on a cardstock project. It's not going to stick.
I was about to say, for paper crafting, I feel like that would be a plus.
It is a plus, but you do have to have some finesse to it. Like you have to just make sure that everything comes out, you know, like stays onto it. So you know, just a little hack about rolling it back and pushing it down further or harder is just a little hack. But when we put this on our cardstock, we don't want to put as much pressure on the cardstock as what we did taking it off and putting the vinyl decal. So your vinyl decal the entire thing should be on this piece of transfer tape. Okay. Then what you're going to do is just lay this down. The flap coming to me is going to be where you're going to put your decal. So it's going to be legible to you. Don't put this upside down. And all you're going to do, I honestly would suggest don't center this, but kind of make it to where it's a little bit above the center line, because that little half moon thing comes up here just a little bit. Let me show you. See how this little half moon kind of comes up a little bit? So if you put it directly kind of in the center, it's going to, you know, like fall a little bit further. I did not put mine directly in the center. I went a little bit higher up just so it wouldn't cut it off too much.
I agree. I think a little bit higher up does work better with this project.
So higher up. All right. And then we are just going to lay it down. And again, we don't want to do a whole lot of pressure, because you don't want, just like with that mat, that really sticky mat was like taking the fibers away from the cardstock. You just want to make sure that it's stuck on there, but don't do too much pressure that you start losing your fibers in the cardstock. So all I did was lightly pressed it on there. And I am going to drag my transfer tape away from my cardstock. You're going to want to do this slow, because there may be, because we didn't put a whole lot of pressure, there may be some piece of vinyl that comes up from your cardstock that's still stuck on your transfer tape. If that happens, we can just roll back and press it down. But if you also do it nice and slow, all the fibers are going to stay on your cardstock versus coming up on this transfer tape, leaving you with a really good, clean project.
Yes.
Nice and slow. Oh, and then you see how I am losing some fibers here, and then some vinyl came up. You can just roll it down Come on. Okay, just use my finger to just like hold down that like little S that was trying to roll up on me. And I do have a little tear on my cardstock. I must have went too fast pulling up on that cardstock or on the transfer tape. Nice and slow. Whoop, whoop. Okay, there we go. Now, if you wanted to, technically transfer tape is reusable. And this right here, like, it's not going to be forever reusable, but for this project, it will be. If you didn't want to use this and save this for a scrap or something like that, you totally could, because this is still very much sticky. So all you would need to do is just take this and like lay it onto that little doodad thing, the holly doodad. Doing the same thing, we're just going to varnish and then lift up. We are going to peel away the backing of the vinyl, which is that frosted thing. Awesome. All right. And then now we'll flip this in here. Okay. When they open this up, this is going to be the inside flap. So I am going to take my holly, and I don't think it really matters which way you do this, up or down, but all you want to do is put this on the inside of your flap.
Just as a little extra decorative piece.
You know, like
even though us here, we're a little extra.
Yeah, we're all a little extra. All right. And then again, lightly peeling this away because you don't want to take the fibers from the cardstock away. Awesome. And then we're done.
Yay!
So we got this right here. Look at that.
So stinking cute.
So we have this, and then you would just open it up, and all that money would just
Ashley, are you going to be sending me money for Christmas?
Maybe.
I love that.
It turned out so cute. I love these colors. I need to know who prefers the pink or the red and green.
So I will say this. I made one for the actual video that I that I filmed that never got put on the channel. I did the dark red that you have, barn red, and the it's not the olive green, but it's not the true green. What is the other green?
Dark green, evergreen. I think it was dark green.
It might have been like dark green and that barn red. It was very pretty. But I also really like the pink and hibiscus. I think it's just so cute. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, we're having people say traditional red and green. Some people say pink. We're having a lot. I need you to text me that link so that I can drop this in the chat for everybody, because I'm going to get my computer and we're going to drop this link for this glass cutting board that we're fixing to give away before we move into our next class. And in the meantime, while she's sending us that, if you have not gone ahead and gotten the MGL Black Friday lifetime offer, you all have got to get that. Let me go grab this box. I don't think we have much in our box because we've been using it. And if you haven't been here, what you're going to get, scan that QR code right there. What you're going to get is you are going to get a year's worth of MGL Plus. Number one, you're going to get a year's worth of MGL. You're going to get this box that Ashley also opened up. Inside this box, you're going to get the tool that Ashley used, the squeegee, felt tip squeegee tool that Ashley used. You're going to get a t-shirt ruler. Phenomenal. You are going to get your hot glue gun. Now, your hot glue gun also comes, this is the box. Let's go overhead. This is the box that the hot glue gun comes in. Is that not so cute?
That's so cute.
Let me show you while we're overhead. Let me show you. Let me move my computer out of the way. Here is the hot glue gun that you get in the box, number one. So stinking cute. It is cordless. It does come with a small charging cord and 20 glue sticks in here.
That's wonderful.
I know.
And those are longer than traditional mini sticks, right? I feel like that, I mean, I don't have one here, but like those seem like longer than traditional mini glue sticks.
Yes, I think they are. Hold on, let me pull one out. They're a pretty good size. Well, darn, here we go. They're a pretty good size. But you're going to get this with the 20 glue sticks. You're going to get your charging cord, which we don't have in here. It does charge here. I'll let you guys know. You do have to hold this down.
But cordless is the way to go. I actually only have a corded hot glue gun, and it drives me absolutely bananas because I'm constantly like tethered. Like I'm like, oh, coming back. Like, you know, those dogs that go on the tethers. That's what I feel like with my hot glue gun.
And not only, so one of the big differences is this one is completely, you can plug it up, I think, and use it while it is plugged up, but you can also take it off and it's completely cordless. It heats up without a cord. It works without a cord. That is going to be the biggest difference than the one that you see us using most of the time, where it has a stand that you have to put it on and then you take it off and you have 2 minutes of working time with this one. This one is going to be completely cordless. You don't have to, now you may have to recharge it, or you're going to have to recharge it. I don't really 100% know how long the charge lasts. We used it, we charged it, and then it stayed on almost the whole time that we were here for Black Friday, and it officially died on Courtney halfway through her project.
That's crazy. That's a really long time because y'all were live for like 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So not only that with the box, let's go back overhead and finish looking at the box. You're also going to get paintbrushes. There's only 2 in here. Here's the third one. We've already used the third one. Love this. You're going to get your brayer, a very good substantial.
It's a really nice
substantial brayer in this box. And not only that, we'll go back to one. You're also going to get you're going to get lifetime access to all of our cut files in our vault. So everything that we've created from the beginning of Maker's Gonna Learn back in 2017, 2018, up to now, plus you're going to get all of next year's cut files. And guess what? You're going to get to keep those forever. You're going to have lifetime access for those. Not only that, you are going to get lifetime access to all of the courses that we create in 2026, and you're guaranteed for. We're going to do Make-a-thon. You get a box for Make-a-thon and you get your Make-a-thon ticket. We're going to be doing an advanced paper course, which you all have been dying over paper here recently. So we're going to bring you an advanced paper course. We're also going to be doing Maker U Senior Year, and we're going to do it as a live experience this year because we really, really, really want you to really do a deep dive into Maker University. So we're going to be doing that as a live experience. And for our 4th class, we are going to be sending out a survey for you all to pick which course you want us to do in 2026. And guess what? If you go ahead and grab that Black Friday deal, you are going to get lifetime access to those courses, y'all.
And they're good courses. They're good courses. Every single course that you all
we put our heart and soul into our courses.
They're good.
We are obsessed with courses. So let me go ahead, I'm going to drop this link that Ashley sent me. This is the exact one that she used. Oh, they're doing a holiday sale. They have a pink one?
They do have a pink one.
And it comes with them. Does it come with the little magnets?
Let me see. Mine came with magnets, but let's see. Magnetic craft mats. Boop, boop.
Note.
No, it does not.
Rare earth
It's
magnets and other accessories sold separately.
Yep.
Well, guess what? We'll probably have to throw in a pack of magnets as well.
I love it.
I can't listen. Somebody said, I love it when Lauren's in the driver's seat of the giveaways. Y'all know me.
You know, I actually thought the same thing earlier today when you did the first 2 giveaways. I was like, oh, I love this. We're gonna be spending Tanner's money. I love it.
You better believe it. You better believe it. Okay, here is the glass cutting board. I'm not gatekeeping anymore. Glass cutting board. Boom. There's the link, guys. There's the link. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? Okay. Now, we're going to do a giveaway before we start my class, which is we're going to be making these adorable little burr. I won't even call them a burr basket. What do you call them? A burr. They are burr baskets.
I don't know. You know, I honestly think that this would be really just like, if you wanted to do burr baskets, you totally could, but like as a gift, just as, you know.
Yes, 100%. This could be like a stocking. This is all like stocking stuffers.
Yes.
Things in here. Like you could do this instead of a stocking, or I don't know. There's lots of different things you can do with this. Okay. So to answer or to win a glass cutting board, I want you guys to answer. Me not know. How many years have you been a part of Maker's Gonna Learn? That's an easy one.
That was a good question.
That's a go-to one. How many years have you been a part? And guess what, guys? Even if you're not part of Maker's Gonna Learn, we're still generous. We love to give stuff away. You don't have to be a part of Maker's Gonna Learn to win. If you're not and you're just a lurker, just type in I'm a lurker. And that's fine. Because I'm a lurker 9 times out of 10. The only time I'm not a lurker is at work. Otherwise, I'm a lurker. I'm just in the background watching things. I'm only in front of the camera for work. Okay, I'm so excited to give one of these away. And I'm excited to buy one for us here in the studio.
Do it.
This is going to be perfect to have a pink mat here on this white table for when people need to see what we're doing. And that needs to have color behind it.
Yes, like the actual contrast between it.
Go.
You know what's so funny is I actually was telling Tanner about this on Sunday when I was talking to him, and he didn't seem like he was sold. So,
well, I'm sold.
And I'm here to not say no. So,
I'm sold, and I can spend money.
Approved.
Approved. Okay, we have a winner. Drum roll, please. Congratulations, Jamie Joy 7974. You are going to be getting a glass magnet cutting board. Or not cutting board, craft mat. So excited. Yes, I'm also, Crafty Girl said, I'm too good at spending money. I am unfortunately also very good at spending money.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, me too.
Unfortunately, that was a trait that got passed down from my mother.
I do
Back
love
in the day, I remember our Saturdays were spent. We would spend the first half of Saturday cleaning house. We had to do our Saturday cleaning the first half of Saturday. And then the second half of my Saturdays growing up as a child was we went to the mall and we got new stuff.
You know what's so funny is I grew up with my dad. My dad raised me. So I call my mom the Disneyland parent because we only got to see her on Saturdays. And she would pick us up, take us to Chuck E. Cheese in the morning and then the shopping mall. So I actually never had to do chores. I just went to Chuck E. Cheese in the shopping mall.
Dang. You got lucky. You got out of those chores.
I just sure did.
Well, I didn't. I still had to do them, but I did get to go to the mall on Saturdays. So, don't know how the 6 foot kind of. Oh, okay. What we are going to do now, if you'll give me just a second, I'm going to put some stuff here on the table, and then we are going to, I'm probably not going to put all of this stuff on the table.
Those socks are so cute.
I know, the socks are super cute, and y'all, stuff that you are going to stuff this burr basket or gift basket, whatever you want to do with. You do want to look for smaller stuff, obviously, but you can get some super cute stuff at Five Below. Five Below, Dollar Spot at Walmart. We were at Walmart yesterday. Asher was looking through all of the Dollar Spot stuff. They have some pretty good stuff in there. But yeah, I definitely think, oh my gosh, what is this? This is a fidget. Okay, I cannot be looking in this because I'm going to be playing with the stuff that's going in here, and we can't do that. We have to make it. So we are going to go ahead and make our burr basket. Now, I did have someone ask us where we got these lights from. These are from Walmart. They are the holiday time LED hanging giant light bulb. Let's go overhead and I will show you all the tag. They are also going to be linked down below for you, but this is the tag and the brand. You can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. You can see they're actually lights. It's actually a real light, so we are going to take this out. We are going to take this out. We're not using this, and I am going to take the electrical stuff out. I guess I'm just going to cut it. I don't know.
I think you cut it the last time, didn't you?
Huh?
You cut it the last time, didn't you?
Yeah, we just cut it out the last time. So this is what we're going to be making. This is obviously the base. This is what I was showing you. So here is everything that you are going to need. You are going to need your giant light bulb that you can get from Walmart. Once again, it is linked down below again. Check that description. If you can't find it in the description, there is a little word that says more. Click that more and it's going to expand everything, and it's going to have all the links that you need for this project. But this is going to be what we are putting all of our little gifts in. And the only other thing really and truly that you're going to need other than the cutie patootie gifts that you're going to put in there. Also, does anybody have kids, grandkids that talk about fugglers?
I've seen them all over TikTok.
Listen, when Asher first come to me and said he wanted a fuggler, I almost lost it. And me and my best friend Lindsay were talking about the name of these things. I'm not a fan of them, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, cutie patootie gifts that go inside of it. If you've never heard of them, be glad. They are very much like the Labubu stuff. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's not my jam.
Nope, not mine either, but they are popular.
They are popular with the cheerins. They are popular. Somebody said no, but oh my goodness, the name. Amen. That's what I said. Other than that, you are going to need some permanent vinyl, just the same as what Ashley used for hers. We are using adhesive vinyl that has the adhesive on the back, not HTV. You are going to need some type of transfer tape. We do also have some of this crinkle paper to fit down in the bottom, just so everything's not just willy-nilly floating around in there. And then we are going to need a Cricut mat, whether that is standard grip or light grip. You kind of be the judge. For example, this standard grip is not really standard grip, but I bet you money this light grip right here has a lot more tack to it. So we're actually going to be using the light grip over this standard grip mat today. I like to pick my mats based on how much they stick to my hand.
I do like
your
style.
Huh?
I do love your style.
I mean, Ashley, that's the only way I roll. If it ain't sticky enough for me, I don't like to look at the light grip, standard grip. I like to put my hand on it. Does it stick to it? How does it feel? That looks like a good mat. Oh no, they said the bulb is out of stock.
Oh no.
I thought I just saw some at there. They may have them in store at your local Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So don't check. If they say they're out of stock online, when you go to Walmart, check and see if they have them, because I swear I just saw them yesterday and I was in a different Walmart. This kind of goes back to Christmas Craft Week. Those brown boxes, they were sold out online super fast, but I was at a Walmart yesterday that had 5 of them still left in stock. So I think just check your local Walmart if they are sold out online. If not, we may try to find a replacement for these just so y'all can make them because they are super, super cute. We also had a friend that said Tractor Supply has some battery powered ones. Perfect. I love that. So let's go ahead and hop over to our share screen. And y'all, for this project, it is pretty simple. We are just going to be personalizing this for whoever you are giving it to. The only thing that we are going to be needing to do is really size our text to fit on our light bulb, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now, we do have 2 fonts linked down below. We do have Willow Lane is the one that you see Autumn's name written in. That is going to be, I guess we picked 2 different ones, one for a girl, one for a boy. But Willow Lane is this first one here. This one is Wild Bronco, and that's the one that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to show you how you can download a font onto your computer to use in Design Space. So I'm just going to pop back over here. How you're going to find that, I'm going to go to our fonts. Once again, you can also find the font linked down below this video. And just in case you all were wondering, new fonts dropped today. It is December 1st. New fonts dropped today. I'm obsessed with this one.
Do new fonts get dropped like the first of every month?
First of every month, we get new fonts and files the first of every month. Yes.
I totally did not even know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, we do. So the font that we are using is Wild Bronco. You can see here, it's a little bit more, I guess you could call it a little bit more masculine. I would think a little boy would probably gravitate toward this more so. So how you are going to download a font from the Makers Gonna Learn website is you are going to click this arrow pointing down. You can see here that it does download. It goes to your download. So you need to double click that. Now, if it came in as a zip file. We need to double click that again and open it up. If you are on a PC, you need to right click and extract that font. You have to right click and extract. And if for some reason it's not working, there is a way. Sometimes SVGs and fonts pull up differently for a PC user. There is a way to change the file type. We have a written tutorial on how to do that. And if you need that, you can email customer service and we can send that to you. But for this, we're just going to download it onto our computer. You can see I already have it downloaded. If I didn't, it would say install. But because we have it, it's saying replace. So I'm not going to re-download this over something that I have already downloaded. But all you have to do is click that. And then, like Ashley showed us earlier, you're just going to pop back over to Cricut Design Space. You're going to come up here to view and you're going to go ahead and force reload Design Space. And that is going to open it back up and recognize all of those new fonts that you have now downloaded. So I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to get rid of Autumn, and Skylar is the one that we are going to be doing today. But before we type out our font, we do have to come back overhead and we have to go ahead and get our measurements to figure out how large we want our word to be or our name. So if I was doing this, I would probably put it on the largest area here because it is a little tricky because this is not only curved this way, but it is kind of curved this way. So you want it, you're going to have to be strategic a little bit. You don't want it too big, but you don't want it too small. I think for this one, we're looking at 5 to 5.5 inches is going to be our sweet spot. Actually, I'm probably going to go 5 inches. I think that would be my sweet spot. That way you can see it. It's not taking up so much room. You could go to 5.5, but then when we start getting to 6, I don't know, it starts to get a little big.
I think 5.5 should be great.
Yeah, I was thinking 5.5 would be like the perfect size. So now we're going to hop back to Design Space. what we're going to do is we're going to bring a text box in. We're going to change the font from this Cricket Sans, and let's type in Wild Bronco. Pull that in, and let's just go ahead and delete this. And then I'm just going to type in the name that I want. So we are doing Skylar today. And then what I'm going to do is I know that I want the width to be 5.5. So I'm just going to keep this as is, come up here to width, and I'm going to type in 5.5. And that's it. It's really that easy. After you have resized it, now, depending on what type of font, you may have to kern your letters. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to duplicate this. Let's say you are using Willow Lane. So let's go back here. Let's type in Willow Lane. Oh, did I not? I bet I don't have that font downloaded.
Well, now you're going to have to show them how to do it.
Now I know. Here we go. Let's go back and let's find Willow Lane, and let's just go through the process, because I do think it is important that you all know how to kern your fonts properly. So download, we're going to double click and open that up. It says it's downloaded. Maybe let me go back. Willow Grace.
Did you spell
I don't know.
correctly? Search up MGL.
Okay. There it is. Just kidding. Okay. So this one is actually kerned very well. Let me think. Which one does not kern? There is one of the, I know what it is. It's Addie Kate. Addie Kate does not kern well, and I bet we don't even have that one downloaded. Anyway, let's talk about kerning on this one. So if for some reason, I'm just going to bump this letter spacing up. If for some reason you have a font, especially if you are working with script fonts and the letters do not touch, that is a big no-no.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge no-no. With script fonts, we want every single letter to touch. The only thing that would be okay to not touch in some instances, and it's not even all instances, it really just depends on what type of font you have, but in some instances, it would be okay for the first letter, if it is a capital letter, to not touch. But if it is lowercase, they should all touch, no questions asked.
Amen. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Let me say that again. If you are using a script font, all of your lowercase letters better touch, or me and Ashley are coming for you.
That's right.
So what we have to do, there are a couple of different ways that you can kern your letters. You can go to letter spacing. So up here, you can bring letter spacing down. Or if you are bringing the letter spacing down and they still kind of overlap, kind of weird, what I would do is come here to advanced, ungroup two letters, and then from there, I would work from my layers panel, and I would start with my K, because it's the next letter that needs to touch the S, and I would use my keyboard and my right and left arrows, and I would just bump it over until it touches. Same thing, we're going to move down to the Y. We're going to bump it over, and maybe sometimes even up and down. So you can see I can even move that Y down a little bit, or if I need it to, based on my design, I can even come up with the Y a little bit. So you can kind of play around with the vertical of your letters, but you need to make sure that they touch. So after you've done that, we're going to come back down to the L. Now the L is one where it kind of has to touch at a specific juncture sometimes, especially if it kind of works with the loop. This one, not as much. So we just need to make sure it touches that Y. Then we're going to move down to the E, move it over, make sure it touches but doesn't overlap. And I'm going to zoom in. If you have a hard time seeing, don't be afraid to zoom in and move that over, because it does really help. And then last, we're going to move that R over. and make sure that it kerns very well. And then once you are done, you will select all of these, come down here to combine, and you knot them back together. So that is what kerning your letters means.
It does make a huge difference. So I want everyone to know that, like, while it may seem like that was a little annoying to do, but I'm telling you, it'll make your project look way more professional if you do it this way.
100%, 100%, especially with the script font. So that's just a quick little lesson on how to kern your fonts. But we are going to be working with this one today. We have it sized perfectly. We're going to be cutting it out of adhesive vinyl. So now all we have to do is come over here to make. I'm cutting it on the mat because I have trust issues.
You did that project so fast.
I mean, this is one that is going to be a really good one to just kind of play around with the placement of the stuff inside. Adding the vinyl and adding the name is so fast. It's a breeze. Mm-hmm. I love it. So, there's my box. I need my felt tip squeegee. I need to make sure squeegee burnishing tool. That's the other thing that I call it actually, is a squeegee.
That's the word I've been looking for.
Squeegee. Yes.
Because I don't like saying burnishing. It sounds so weird. Varnishing.
I know burnishing is a weird word. So I'm just going to go to continue. We are cutting this on premium vinyl. We can go back to removable mat. Oh no. Oh. Well, give us just a minute.
I can't move this.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we don't have our Cricut. Well, we do. Yeah, let's just go off of that. We don't need that on there. We'll have to figure that out. We'll move some things around. We've been moving some things around in the studio so that we could, I could see Ashley's beautiful face today, because otherwise I couldn't see it. So we're cutting the name on our mat. While we're doing that, we can go ahead and take this out. So let's go ahead and take our light bulb off. So there is a zip tie that came around that, and then you just pop that off. But now
I think you're gonna have to cut those.
Yeah, we do have to cut this. I thought maybe I could pop this guy off. Let me see. Give me just a second. I'm gonna play around with this. I'm gonna try not to cut myself, guys. I'm not going to cut myself. That's really the key word. I'm not. Okay. I thought that maybe I could pop that off the top, but I can't. So yeah, this ain't going to be used anyway. Looky here. Boop. I'm just going to chop that off. Was that safe? I don't know.
Well, as long as it's not plugged in, it's safe.
Right. So I'm just going to toss that. Just going to toss that. And now we have a lot with no fire hazard. A lot with no fire hazard. Tara literally just asked, would it be a fire hazard or would it be able to keep? I think if you really wanted to keep it as a light for later, as long as you obviously can't plug this in while there's stuff in it. Like, that's a big no-no.
I'm the one person that thinks about safety last. I saw that light bulb when I was over at Christmas Craft Week, and I was like, oh my gosh, how cute would it be to stuff it and light it up? And Courtney was like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think lighting it up would be, it would be cute, but I just don't think that it would be probably the safest.
Yeah, I don't think it probably would be safe. But again, I'm the person that thinks the safety last.
Agreed. I can sometimes be that way. And y'all, did you see how easy that was to weed? Look at that. I'm done. I'm done weeding.
That was so quick and easy.
I mean, I can try to we'll try to drag this out a little longer, but this is such a cute, quick, easy win of a project. And any kid that gets this is going to flip. I really need to make.
Your X-Acto knife is so cute.
Oh, it's an MGL one too.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it.
These should have been in the box too.
I agree.
TBH. Do you want one?
Yeah.
I'm sure we have some somewhere.
Put that with my hot glue gun. Ugh.
Yeah, we'll put that in there. Tara says, I haven't used Caesar Easy Weed yet. Girl, life-changing, in my opinion, when it comes to heat transfer vinyl. It's the best.
Heat transfer vinyl is the best for Caesar.
Huh?
Heat transfer vinyl is the best for Caesar.
Oh, heat transfer for sure. Now, regular vinyl, we really like StarCraft, Oracal, Tech Wrap. Somebody at one point said something about a frog vinyl. I've still not tried frog vinyl.
But your transfer tape is amazing. It just picked that right up with no issues.
Oh, yes. The Caesar transfer tape is my favorite.
That's way better than the craft vinyl stuff. What is this? Value transfer tape? That's so much value. Yours seems to be thicker. Like it's not, well, it's just flopped over, as I was going to say. It didn't flop over.
Yeah, it is thicker. It's a lot thicker. And it has like a rough texture on this side. And I do like how it is also grids. It's got grids.
Yeah.
Now, for this project, because it is a curved surface, I'm going to get rid of as much transfer tape as I can. So I'm just taking this extra off right here.
Don't miss this step. Like if you're doing this at home, don't miss that step. The least amount of transfer tape, the better.
I'm also gonna do, y'all get me on this every single time. Me forgetting to use rubbing alcohol. I'm not forgetting this time. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my rubbing alcohol on my surface here. Then I'm gonna flip it over and kind of dry it off a little bit. And do y'all see what I'm doing with this burnishing tool?
You know, I had noticed you put that on there, and I was like, wow, that's stinking genius.
Yeah, it holds it still for me.
That's crazy.
That is another reason why, and you can see, no, I guess they are the same. I thought we had extended this a little bit further apart so that it could hold something more like that, but that's why we have those on that burnishing tool, is so it can hold your round surfaces, and you can place it down. And another thing that I do with curved edges is I like to come in here and cut around the outside of my transfer tape, especially like right here where the L is. I can cut down into that. That way I can manipulate that separate, but it keeps it all together.
You're not going to regret doing that either.
No.
So limiting how much transfer tape, and then those are like called relief cuts, stress relief cuts. It will help you, especially for rounded surfaces. I wouldn't do this if I was doing like a straight flat thing, but only for rounded surfaces.
No, this is definitely just a rounded surface thing, and that got sucked down before I knew what was happening.
Yeah, I saw that get sucked down. I was like, oh, she's committed now.
Yep, I am committed now. I did cut that one right there, so I can kind of pull that E over. And there's going to be another little trick, especially with a font like this, with a thicker font. I'm going to show you a little trick when it comes to getting the air bubbles out of vinyl.
When you showed this trick on Christmas Craft Week, I was like, genius.
I don't think people think that you can do that or think about it. But it is hands down one of my favorite ways to make something look seamless. And I may not have to do it. I may, but I'm just going to make sure and it's okay for this project. It is okay if not everything is perfectly stuck down. You see my Y's coming? That's fine. I'm going to stick that down again here in a minute, but I want to make sure like all of my pain points, main ones, are going to be mainly stuck down. But that E is going to be a good one to show you guys. Okay, so do you see here where the E is kind of bubbled up right here? Here's what I like to do on a curved surface. Number one, I like to see if it lays down flat first, and that one did. And actually that did.
You did a really good job for being suckered into that placement. You did a really good job.
I mean, I try. So let me just go ahead and tell you, this one went down pretty easily. If for some reason you get bubbles, and I wish I had a bubble so that I can show you, but y'all, I don't know. I guess I'm just that good.
The Lord was on your side.
I am being silly. I'm not that good. It was just dumb luck. But there is a little bubble right here. I don't know. Can y'all see that? Barely, right there. There it is, right here. So if there is a bubble and it's not doing right, what you can do, couple things. If it is inside the vinyl and not close to the edge, take a pin weeding tool or just a regular pin, stick it in the hole barely to release the air, and then lay it down. If it is along the edge and it's a curved surface, take an X-Acto knife, cut a little slit, overlap those two pieces, and then just put them down.
Mm-hmm. And no one will ever know.
No one will ever know the difference. So after that, after you have your name on it, now it's just time for us to stuff our little burr basket, and then that's it. So I'm just going to take our crinkle paper. I probably got way too much in one handful, but that's okay. And I am, oh no, hold on. It might not be a bad idea to have like a, I'm thinking like maybe not a dowel rod, but some type of like, because I can't fit my hand down in there. The scissors get stuck, but I do need, oh, look.
Oh, that's perfect.
We're going to take a paper towel holder and we're just kind of going to stuff our crinkle paper down there in the bottom like that. Really, whatever you can get your hands on, guys. Wooden spoon. Somebody said a wooden spoon. A wooden spoon would be great. But you're just going to fill this with as much of this little crinkle paper as you want. And
Colette
then,
said, you're a genius. Your hacks are so helpful. They really are. I love them.
I mean, listen, that's one of the things that I love a good hack. I love to figure out how to do something that you would otherwise not think of. It's one of my specialties. I love it. And I feel like it's also one of Ashley's. You're a very, very crafty. And I don't mean like just crafty as in doing stuff like this. I meant just like crafty as far as like thinking outside of the box. You know what I mean?
Resourceful is what we call that.
Resourceful. That's it. I'm going to take these socks off. I'm going to take this off of these socks and I'm going to roll them up because they're super cute. But we're going to stick these down in here. Now, I will say you want to make sure that you put stuff in here that is going to be, you can easily get it out. Let's just take that off. I'm going to move these socks kind of to the back as like my backdrop that I'm going to put everything else in there on top of.
Love it. Love it. It's looking so cute.
Just going to put Reese's Christmas tree for sure. Warhead Super Sour. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I guess I'll put this guy in there. We're going to have to take him out of the box, though.
I mean, I just don't understand. He has a mohawk, so I guess that works.
That's just, And he's got
What does he
one
do?
little tooth.
Oh.
We're going to put that guy down in there. Let me move him around so that he kind of stays where I want him to right there.
You can put him behind the socks.
Behind the socks. This is like a little fidget toy. This is cool. Like I would sit and play with this. Let's put that guy in there. Let's put a couple bouncy balls. We'll do a cute little Grinch pin.
Oh, love it. Do the red one.
Okay.
Put some more contrast in there.
Love it. Now, I will say this. I'm going to tell you all this, and you're going to get a kick out of this. Holly, which you all got to meet Holly at Christmas Craft Week, she made the first one, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. And then I really got to looking at it, and I think she had just was just looking for something cute that would fit. And she got some Bloom energy drinks to put in there because the cans are really cute. Let me just show you. It doesn't necessarily look like an energy drink, but the cans are super cute. And I was like, Holly, I don't think the kids need these. So anyway, we had those to put in there. If you're giving them to an adult, a Bloom energy is fine, but we're not going to put those in there for the kiddos.
Yeah.
Not at all. So the last thing that we're going to do is we're just going to add some tinsel around the top here. We'll go ahead.
Where in the world did you get those Grinch pens at?
Probably the Walmarts, if I had to say.
I was thinking probably the Hobby Lobby. You all love the Hobby Lobby.
We do love the Hobby Lobby too. The Hoblob is a favorite. The Hoblob is a favorite. It's going to take a minute for my hot glue gun. My MGL one is dead, like dead. I forgot to charge it. That's a me problem. So, sorry about that. But we're going to add a little bow at the top. So, I'm just going to cut off some ribbon. And we're going to come in here and just pop a little bow here. Now would be a great time if you all have any questions about either mine or Ashley's class today, or about if you're curious about the sale, go ahead and ask those questions as well. We will try our best to answer all of them. Oh no, I've got one side way too long and the other side not as long. So yeah. That's what the tooth fairy does with the teeth. They put it on the fugglers, I guess. Okay, now I've got it straight. Now it's the same size. Cool.
Crafty Girl said, unfortunately, I introduced Hobby Lobby to my niece, and now she's obsessed. I love it.
I remember my first Hobby Lobby trip, too.
It's so
I remember when Hobby Lobby came to Morristown. I was like obsessed. That was mine and my mom's favorite thing was to go to Hobby Lobby. And as bad as I hate to say it, it's not that I don't love Hobby Lobby now, but it has turned into more of a task for me versus a free time thing. And I just don't get as much excitement. Now, I love going to Michael's because I don't get to go to Michael's very often.
You know, I actually, when I was over there for Christmas Craft Week, I asked Courtney, I was like, does Lauren craft outside of work?
Yes.
Like,
not a ton, but yes.
Yeah, there's like a lot of crafting going on. Sometimes I feel like I craft so much for work that I'm like kind of crafted out for personal. You know what I mean?
Yes, very much so. So for me, I don't know why my hot glue is not working. Hold on. Oh, it's coming. It's okay.
It's just taking its time.
It's just taking its time. So for me, I like a lot of my crafting outside of work. Actually, I do my most crafting around Halloween time outside of work. Costumes are my favorite. Or jazzing up an outfit or jazzing up, like I made a rhinestone fringe blazer for like my 30th birthday. I always make all of mine and Asher's costumes for Halloween and stuff like that. We do a lot of like crafting for school, but other than that, it's mainly when my mom needs something or I need to make a gift. That's when I craft outside of work. Rhea Sheree says, "Rip, R.I.P. Joann's." Yeah, that's for sure. I used to get lost in Joann's for hours just looking at fabric.
Their fabric section was amazing. But you know, I would love to do more fabric crafts. I want to do more fabric crafts this next year. And the thought of me waiting in line to get fabric cut just sounds absolutely horrible, which is why I didn't do a whole lot of fabric crafts when Joann's was around.
I can see that. And you don't want to just buy a big old bolt of fabric either.
No, but like,
okay, I'm going to take this off so that I'm going to twist all this. I just don't want to mess up all of this stuff. I don't want to keep twisting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to have to add glue to this. Yeah, waiting for fabric to be cut is probably the biggest downfall of doing fabric crafts. You know, I did put on my vision board for 2025 that I was going to get my sewing machine out and like really learn, and I never got around to it. That was the one thing on my vision board that I did not have a chance to really get into like I wanted to. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue. It will continue over to 2025. Yeah. I still plan on doing that.
I think I'm going to bust my sewing machine out for next year. I think I'm going to start doing more sewing crafts.
I just feel like it really challenges my brain, and I love that personally.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good challenge. And y'all, that's it. That's how hard it was to create our little burr basket.
You know, and the great thing about this is like I had seen that, was it Deanna had said, I actually like it without the silver garland. And what's great about projects like this is like you can do it without the silver garland if you want to, or change it to a red to match.
Oh, a red like glittery garland on this would be super cute. Leave the garland off, put a bigger bow, put a ribbon around the bottom of this would have been actually probably super cute if we glued the ribbon around this and put the bow on the front like this with it hanging down. Yeah, Courtney can set me up with sewing. She could. We did have we did give you that Sew Skilled. It was a basic sewing course. Did you know that we have that, Ashley?
Yeah, I actually watched it launch like all of a sudden in Slack. It was like new sewing course. I was like, what? I need to watch this.
Yep. Actually, when I sit down and actually learn and teach myself, Tara Reid is who I probably will, not saying Courtney does a phenomenal job, but I already know the basics. So I'm probably going to be going over and watching Tara Reid, who is a great friend of the show, in case you all didn't know. She does a lot of sewing stuff, and she's phenomenal and so meticulous with her directions. And that has my heart.
She actually just joined the PES program too. So we get,
I know.
She has a feedback form waiting for me to give her some feedback on. I'm so excited.
She sure did. She sure did. We love her. We love her to. So if any of you all that are here want to learn more about sewing, she has a YouTube. Go check Tara Reid out. She's phenomenal. We love her to death. Kara says Tara will teach you how. I've learned so much on her channel. Absolutely. She is great. This would also make a great white elephant gift package. 100%. The only thing is, if it is a white elephant, you're going to be able to see what's in it.
Unless you like wrap your white elephant gifts, or maybe you could spray paint the outside of that. You know,
like that would be cool if you just spray painted it like a solid color, just like a solid white.
Like bring back your like 2000. What was it? The glitter ornaments.
Oh, thank you. You have the bulbs that are not transparent, so they must make them not transparent.
Oh, that's great.
This is just a transparent option. Perfect. Look at that. I love it. So we are fixing to wrap up our Cyber Monday. You know what? We need to end on a good note.
Yay!
We need to end on a good note, guys. We need to end on a good note. But, before we spin the wheel and before we say goodbye to you guys, I want to remind you today is your last day to grab the box. Go ahead, get the Black Friday MGL offer, the best offer that we've had. Get your hands on one of these boxes. This box contains over $150 worth of supplies that you are going to use. These are not supplies that are just going to sit around and you're not going to use them. You will use everything in this box. I promise you. You will use it daily. If you are crafting daily, you will use this daily. So make sure you get your hands on that because that's going to guarantee you this box. Plus, it's going to guarantee that you have a year and that the next year with us here at Makers Gonna Learn. You're also going to get access to all of our cut files and all of our new ones. Plus, you're never going to lose access to those. No matter what you do. Let's say for some reason, a few years down the road or whenever, you're like, maybe you're not crafting as much and you're just trying to save money and you are no longer a member. Guess what? You will still have access to the files. If you go ahead and grab this deal today, you're still going to have access to those files. Plus, you're going to have lifetime access to any course that we create in 2026, meaning you're going to have lifetime access to our advanced paper course. You're going to have lifetime access to Maker U Senior Year. You're going to have lifetime access to our Make-a-thon. And you're going to have lifetime access to our fourth course that you get to choose. We're putting you in the driver's seat. You get to choose. So make sure you grab that deal. The courses alone, let's say that we normally, our mini courses will run about $97. So let's just say, let's split it in the middle and let's say that a course is $147. That right there, or we'll say roughly $150 at 4 courses, that's $600. This deal is less than that.
And you
Plus
get so much more than that.
Huh?
Plus you get so much more than that.
Plus you get the box and all the supplies. Plus you get to craft with us for a year. Plus you get to actually, if you've not gotten your Cricut out of the box, guys, at this point, what are you doing?
It's so easy.
I mean, actually, Falco has even gotten hers out of the box.
I did. I went and bought it and got it right out of the box.
And she swore off vinyl and heat transfer vinyl forever ago.
And here I am.
And her she is.
Yeah, here I am.
Here
MGL
she is. Okay.
Me be a different type of crafter. But can I ask the question?
Yes, you can ask the question.
Okay, are we ready for it?
No, we're not. We got to spin first.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I spin it the wrong way? I didn't even change it, and it's a cardstock bundle again.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Okay.
Do you want to do another one?
I mean, we can. Let's do one more.
What's the other options?
Since we already gave a cardstock bundle away, I keep looking at the middle of that wheel, and I'm like, brr. Okay.
I thought it was going to land on cardstock bundle again. I was like, well, I guess it's fate.
If it was a cardstock bundle again, then I was just going to go with it. So this time it is a $50 Amazon gift card where you all can get any craft supply that you want. So Ashley, ask us the question.
What is a crafting skill you would like to learn in the new year?
Ooh, what is a crafting skill that you would like to learn in the new year? Mine is definitely, I'm still carrying mine over. Mine is apparel design.
Ooh, I just want to learn how to sew.
I really want to make one of those recycled quilt jackets so bad I can't stand it. Listen, there is a girl that I follow, Hi Bucky Handmade on Instagram. She makes, hands down, the most beautiful recycled quilted jackets that I have ever seen. And I almost got my hands on one the other day. I kid you not, when she drops them, it's like within a minute, her stuff sells out. But that's
what's
really
her handle?
Huh?
What's her handle?
Hi Bucky, Hi Bucky Handmade. Look that up and tell me those are not gorgeous. Gorgeous. And it's like her style. She has a self-drafted style, which is another reason why I wanted to buy from her. You can't buy her pattern. That's the one. That's the one that I wanted. Yes, that is the one that I tried to get.
That one is so cute.
I know.
I know. I'm not gonna pick it up, but like, I'm gonna give her a follow.
Yes, do. I love it. I'm obsessed. Okay, so we have a winner for our $50 Amazon gift card. Drum roll, please. Congratulations, Pam's Vids, PAMS VIDS 235. You are the winner of a $50 Amazon gift card. Congratulations. Make sure you email us hi@makersgonnalearn.com with your Amazon email. That's going to be the easiest for us to send you those Amazon gift cards. Not necessarily your best email, but your Amazon email. So congratulations, Pam. You are taking home $50 to shop at Amazon and get you some craft supplies. But y'all, I have had a great day. Thank you so much, Ashley, for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me. I had so much fun.
It's been such a fun time. I hope you guys have had as much fun as I know I have. I've had a blast. But make sure, once again, I'm going to say it one more time before we go. Today is it. Today is the last day. Scan that QR code. Get the deal. Get our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. There are literally only about, probably at this point, around 20, 25 spots left for this, boxes left. When they're gone because we didn't order enough. We didn't order a ton of supplies to just keep on going. So make sure that you grab that deal while we still have it. And thank you guys so much for being here with us today. I've had a blast. I hope you guys have too. Once again, Ashley, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
We will be back here on the channel. We will be back here on Wednesday. We have a live on Wednesday. And if you are a member, we do have a masterclass on Thursday as well. So we will be here quite a bit this week. You'll get to see our faces quite a bit this week. So thank you all for being here. We will see you back here on Wednesday.